So on stream, specifically twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend, specifically, I've been asked a lot, Gomer, I'm stuck. No, not in a washing machine, not bent over in a precarious position, taking something out of the oven, you sick puppies. I'm stuck as far as what to do in Diamond Dynasty. Well, here I have 5 very important tips that everybody needs to know right now. Some really interesting stuff that I just learned recently that really kind of changes the larger picture of how Diamond Dynasty has been, put into MLB The Show 22. So, as always, leave a like down below, subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel, and let's get into this one. But first, a quick word from Underdog Fantasy. They're helping us out this season, and they want to help you out as well. They're currently offering a deposit match of up to $100. So you deposit $50, they'll give you $50 free dollars. Who doesn't like free shit? Again, the best thing that I really enjoy about Underdog Fantasy is the fact that you don't have to put a bunch of money in, right? You can just have fun playing $1 at a time, $2 at a time, and just by watching the sport, baseball, curling, tennis, practically anything, any offerings that you can possibly imagine a bet on. Helps add a little intrigue into what you're watching with the prospect of making money. It all sounds grand. So you guys can use my promo code GOMES at Underdog Fantasy, and again, get a deposit match of up to $100. Thank you to them for partnering with me this season. So we start here, and this one comes from Mills. If you guys aren't familiar, very good streamer, kind of does some of everything, and he came out with this little thing on Twitter here that not many people caught wind of, unfortunately. March to October allows you, for some reason, I don't know if it's a glitch, I'm not sure why, but it will let you earn past progress on programs no longer in the game. Here you see, this is June 7th. So this is by the time that we had the Future Star program update, and he's earning progress in the Halliday and Friends, which was already expired, and by every sense of the game, you shouldn't be able to earn this, but by playing March to October, you're going to be able to get those past reward gates on expired programs. So this obviously is very important, right? Not everybody finishes or completely gets done with the current program. Of course, when it's like 1,000,000 XP, unless you spend 1,000,000 hours in your gaming chair and start to have a fuzzy memory on what grass looks like, there's a decent chance you might not get there. So this is very important. Again, March to October. Is it the most efficient way of grinding? No. It is very important for preloading XP. Now that we're starting to see, or I would hope, with the next teaser on the Sizzling Summer program, I'm guessing these cards are going to start to go for something. You're going to have more reason to make profit off of them. Preloading XP in March to October is great. What I mean by that is you play up until the reward gates, so it's about game 120 approximately. So it's about at 100 wins. You stop there before the new program comes out, and once you get past the All-Star game, which if you stop at that point is approximately like 5 to 10 minutes, that's a free 18,000 XP that you're going to get, snap of the fingers. Assuming that it, maybe if arthritis takes you 5 to 10 minutes to snap, pretty quick. And you can do this pretty much as many times as you would like to. And obviously, once you get up to the postseason, there's a lot of XP to be made right there. So preloading is great. And also, the ability to earn those past program rewards, which is very important. So I think that is a very cool tip that you guys are absolutely going to want to keep an eye on. This one, we're going to transition to gameplay here because I'll be honest, I am absolutely not sick of it, but I imagine a lot of people are, right? Let's go to custom practice and explain. Too many times I've seen these poor bastards make this vital error. It happens a lot at events. It happens a lot when you get into extra innings where you want to, just take a chance and risk it, and risking both your sanity and probably losing the game as a result of it. Because in extra innings, people are making this crucial error by leading off at second base. So here's what I mean. Let's take this example right here, runner on second base. Now, I'm not going to get this to work completely. Unfortunately, there's just no way. I have an PS5 controller. I tried hooking up a second one to show you what I'm talking about, but it didn't work. MLB The Show 22 on PS5 doesn't support PS4 controllers, I guess. What I mean, if that second base runner right there, pointing at him, Acuna, if he takes a step there, and I make a motion over, and there's less than 2 outs, if he takes a step over, he will be thrown out basically every time. From my experience, I don't think there's been a time in Diamond Dynasty specifically, playing online, that they have not been thrown out. Obviously, if you have 2 outs and the second baseman or the shortstop, depending on the handedness of the pitcher, isn't checking the runner, it's not going to happen, you know, so they can freely lead off. There's another tip for you. You cannot be thrown out, even on a 2-step lead with 2 outs. If they're not checking you, it takes too long. I don't care if it's Usain Bolt or Prince Fielder making the jog over there. You're going to be safe. So that's a very important tip for you as well. But if they are leading off, if you see that happen, which is again why I recommend using a camera like this, not broadcast, so you can clearly see the second baseman. If they do that, well, their goose is cooked, and they're going to be out, like I said, 99.9% of the time. It's a fatal error I see too many people make. Don't let it happen to you, but if you see it happen to somebody else, take advantage. So as you guys know, an integral part to the no money spent or the stub making grind in MLB The Show is about investments, right? Very important, something you're going to want to do. Well, a lot of you guys need to clue into the MLB The Show app. I know this is no secret. It's on the App Store. It's not hidden. They show it right to you. But a lot of people aren't utilizing it. A lot of people I hear complain about the slog of, you know, putting up cards, putting in buy orders. Well, there's a much faster way to do it, and I'll show you a couple examples right here of just how quick it is on the app compared to doing it on console. It is ridiculous. I believe you can see in the testings right here, it's about 2.5 times quicker, which really adds up when you're putting in mass orders because, again, a couple investments that always follow, roster update investments. We do our videos each and every not each and every week, each and every time there's a roster update. So bi-weekly, you know, we have a list of about 50 players. They've done very well to this point. Highly, you know, suggesting check them out. And then City Connect jerseys. So often I hear people, Gomer, why exactly are you investing in this player or this specific team? City Connect jerseys. That's the only answer to about anything. And the Brewers are coming up next. These cards aren't going for a lot. Consider investing in them. You know, I'll say that. So these high silvers, much easier way to put in these orders. That guy who has 195, I hope to God that he was not doing it, you know, like this here on the marketplace. And he was instead doing it on the app, which just in that time, you could probably put in at least 2, maybe even 3 orders. It's so much quicker. So another tip here, speaking of investing, here's a, you know, formal tip that they, I don't think it's a glitch because they seem to welcome it. They don't really mind if you do it. Let's take a guaranteed gold this next update. Jeff McNeil, the flying squirrel. I think he's absolutely going to go gold. Well, as you guys know, there's a different quick sell value, right? Once he gets up to gold, his minimum price is going to be 400. And what'll happen at that point, let's take another 80 overall. Let's take Tyler Miguel here. Buying him for 250? Well, you can't do it. You have to have an order less than 400. Now, some of you guys might know this already, but what you can do, card like Jeff McNeil, you know, he's guaranteed to go gold, and this is going to take a little bit. So if you have a large stub investment, this is something that you can use it for. Let's say 200 stubs for Jeff McNeil. I can do that now, but when he goes gold on Friday, I can't do that. And eventually, those orders are going to go through. It happens for every brand new gold. It happened when Tyler McGill went gold. People had those 200 stub orders, and yes, it makes 0 sense to sell them to them, to actually accept that order. Oftentimes it's because people are buying packs and, you know, they're just clearing stubs to, you know, feed the addiction. They only see dollar signs. They don't care about logistics here. So they'll just sell them to you. Very easy. You know, you kind of feel bad for them, but also, you know, watch these videos and you won't get shafted. So again, I think that's very important. If you have a lot of stubs, like 240k in my case, I'm definitely going to throw some 200 stub orders on Jeff McNeil because that's 200 free stubs each Jeff McNeil order that I do get to go my way. Finally, let's lead things off with, or end things off. Fine, that made a whole lot of sense, Gomer. Anyway, grinding, Preloading XP. For some reason, that's the way of the world. That's how they want things to go in their game this year. You know, you look at the POTM programs, everything is PXP oriented. There is faster ways to do this, specifically with pitchers. What I recommend is you playing Legend games against a shitty team, i.e. the Orioles, the Pirates. Not good offensive squads. So when you have a PXP mission for, I don't know who actually would have had one here. Martin Perez, there we go, for POTM. He needed 500 PXP for him. What you can do is just go into a play versus computer game on Legend difficulty, because the multiplier there is for Preloading XP from Rookie to Legend is significant. So you throwing a no-hitter compared to giving up 3 runs isn't going to make a difference. You know, it's going to be more lucrative, and it's going to be more XP per the time that you are putting into it. So I'd highly recommend that. And also, if you guys are a next generation console, mini seasons is the way that you guys can use blank canvas. I see some people confused about it. How exactly do you grind with it? They don't let you do it on play versus computer, but mini seasons, you obviously have to be the home team in order to do it. But this is great for grinding as well if you need stat missions, which, you know, are few and far between at this point, but also for PXP for hitters. Then play on the blank canvas ballpark and do it on Legend difficulty. You would be surprised, or probably not surprised, at how many home runs you'll still hit. Not quite as many on Rookie, but still a fuck ton of them, and it's going to make grinding just go easier. So highly recommend those 2 tips to make grinding a breeze and much less of a headache. You know, save some money on Advil. There you go. So that's going to do it. 5 tips that every Diamond Dynasty player needs to know right now. Please help you leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel. And thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. There goes out. Yeet.